In September 2014, as a journalist on a local newspaper, I wrote about the Jack the Ripper mystery and one particular suspect in a professional capacity. A Hertfordshire link presented itself with the publication of a book, Naming Jack the Ripper, by Russell Edwards. According to the sleeve of the review copy I was sent, Mr. Edwards lives in Hertfordshire, and an accompanying press release revealed that a scientist enlisted by the author, Dr. Jari Luhalainen, has links to the University of Hertfordshire. The central claim of the book was the alleged proof that Jack the Ripper had been unmasked after 126 years as Jewish immigrant Aaron Kosminski. It's a theory I have a lot of time for, especially when I consider the mystery rationally, with a cool head rather than through the prism of conspiracy and secret societies. The book proved controversial, with a claim that a shawl, which was said to have belonged to Ripper victim Catherine Eddowes, contained her DNA and that of Kosminski. Experts, including former murder detective turned Ripper author Trevor Marriott, cast doubt on the evidence. But, despite the debate over the merits or otherwise of the book's thesis, which is explored in greater depth in my own book, The Inevitable Jack the Ripper, we cannot rule Kosminski out as a suspect. And with that in mind, we can say that it is possible, therefore, that Jack the Ripper died here, at the location of the former Leavesden Asylum. I first visited the site of Leavesden Asylum a few years ago, and found the only remains to be an eerie, overgrown graveyard deep in the woods. On another recent visit, I discovered that the graveyard site had been subject to a proper archaeological survey and had undergone extensive works to make it appear neater and more accessible. This is a Christian cemetery, so Kosminski was not buried here, but he did die very close to here on March the 24th, 1919. He was first committed to the asylum on April the 19th, 1894, 6 years after the Ripper murders took place in London's Whitechapel. Official records revealed that Kosminski's body was interred at East Ham Jewish Cemetery on March the 27th, 1919. The facility at Leavesden, which opened as the Metropolitan Asylum for Chronic Imbeciles in 1870, was commissioned by the Metropolitan Asylums Board and designed by John Giles. Kosminski's case notes indicate that he had been mentally ill since at least 1885. His insanity took the form of auditory hallucinations, a paranoid terror of being fed by other people that drove him to pick up litter and eat it, and a refusal to wash or bathe. So-called DNA evidence abound. It is impossible to say whether Aaron Kosminski was Jack the Ripper, but, considering he was in Whitechapel at the time of the murders, was suffering paranoid episodes and hallucinations, and was committed to an asylum after the murders, which did not continue, he cannot be ruled out as a suspect. Therefore, it is entirely reasonable to say that Jack the Ripper could have died here, at Leavesden. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.